People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, ironically, I hate to do these transfer vids. I've just been doing them lately, car. I feel I owe it to you lot, man. I always do content I want to do. Let me just drop something for you lot in it, because you lot always ask me to do it. But Xhaka's been linked with a move away. Now, I'm not really going to entertain this one, people, because I don't think Xhaka is going to leave this football club. Anything can happen. I don't work for Arsenal. I don't know what the hell is going to happen in the future with any Arsenal transfers, incoming or outgoing. Who knows? But I don't think Xhaka is going to leave. Now, Xhaka, ironically, regardless of your opinion, I'm going to try and not state mine. He strikes you as someone that's very driven. I'd say very driven, very much wants to win trophies and sounds very good off the pitch and stuff like that. And he spoke before about the next step. He's been linked with Inter Milan. Not sure that's necessarily the next step because it's not Inter Milan of old. But not sure he can necessarily get into what I assume is the next step in the Bayern Munichs, the Real Madrids, the PSGs, the Barças, and them sort of clubs there. Even probably you'd throw City now into that really, in terms of ambition and that. But he's spoken of that. Inter Milan could be not only an interesting life and way of life in Italy, but a proposition and a project. I don't think it's going to happen because similar to us under Arsene Wenger, Xhaka is featured predominantly in this side week in, week out, and is only at a push if he's played extremely poorly or he needs to be rested that he won't play him in this side. He's banged him out in centre mid. He's obviously, it's been a long season, but left back and centre half, he's done his thing. He signed a new deal as well, along with a Iwobi and a couple of other players, in addition to Rare and Guendouzi. So you look at these long-term deals or new signings, the contracts being given, he's someone that Unai Emery sees as someone he can move forward with and be a figure of some sorts in his squad. He's also the captain as well of sorts. I know Unai Emery does about 23 captains, but he does the captain thing. So I can't really see it. I'd be open to it, my guys, people, because ironically, I know people will say their opinions about Xhaka, but there is 10 things I would do if I was manager at this squad before I think probably about selling him, regardless of my opinion if I like him or not, people. What my thing would be if we really got 40 million and Inter Milan, we spent 40 on him, don't see if we can make that back. But if we can, and they want to be serious in this and spend some serious dough and you can drop us 40 million, then I might, or a bit better, then I might entertain it and do certain things with midfielders. You've seen links with Barella, and I can sit here and say many different targets as you can as well. So it could be a case of selling him to raise funds. In terms of his age, I suppose, and the fact Inter Milan's been linked with him, he could get a decent fee, and he is one of the players you look at and think maybe other clubs want him. That's not for me to state, that's for the clubs. Inter Milan have allegedly said he's not a priority, so it's probably window shopping. It's just a player they would like, so it's not going to happen, like I said. Would they spend more, would we at a good day, and this is on a good day, realistically get our 40 million back on Xhaka? I'm not sure we would, and I'm not sure a team would pay over 40 million for Xhaka, and Inter Milan might be kind of crazy to a degree to do such. And that would probably, that or a bit better would probably have to do, because think about it, if we spent 40 million, we're not going to get back 40 million. We've probably got a percentage to give to Dortmund. His agent or him's probably negotiated some sort of fee to come if he ever moves on. There's probably the loyalty bonus in the contract, and any football agents that are watching my vids and my thing, you know more in depth than I'll ever know about the inner dealings and inner works. I just know it's not as white and black as that, in it, as a case of we sell a player for 40 million, there's 40 million in the kitty now. I know football don't work like that. So people, I don't feel this is a thing to even really and truly entertain. I don't think it's going to happen, but I thought I would speak about it, man. Like I said, man, there's not much really to speak about anymore. I don't think it's going to happen, but anything can happen in football. Key words for me, key points is he signed a new deal. He's a regular captain under Unai Emery. Similar to under Arsene Wenger, he's played a lot. As much as people can have their opinions on Xhaka, and I do believe people can do his role, and I wouldn't necessarily play Xhaka myself week in, week out, but in terms of trying to dictate the tempo, receiving it off the centre halves and trying to play it forward, obviously other players do it, but he's probably the only one that consistently looks to do that or is of that makeup. That's the sort of person I would like to personally see. I would like to bring in 2 centre mids, as you know, people, but we won't do that. So I don't think this is going to happen. So yeah, man, it is what it is. People, Deluded, thank you for watching. I'm out though.